Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Kading from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here today with Maddie and Maddie's mindful meditation, which is usually on Wednesday, but we have other things. Life interfered, so it's today. And we are not answering questions unless they're good ones. And and we will answer questions on spirituality any day of the week. And but first of all, we're going to sit and we're just going to visit for a few minutes.
Yes, we are, because we didn't have. I was way late today, so we didn't have time for a normal chat.
Well, not only that, we always sit and visit before anyhow.
We do.
That's our way of, that's our style, is to visit. And we have some good conversations, and we talk about energy quite often, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what else? You have some information on the moon that's coming up.
I do.
Did you say it was a full moon or new moon?
It's a full moon. It's the hunter's moon.
Oh, okay.
So it's all about internal work and self-reflection.
Ooh, joy.
Like we haven't had enough of that.
Oh God. I mean, do you know anybody that hasn't been inundated with a lot of, wow, life is really rough energy lately?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a couple of people, I guess, but yeah, basically no.
I haven't met them.
No, these energies have just been brutal.
And we keep saying it's got to get better. And we've been saying this since what, June?
I just said that this afternoon to somebody, as a matter of fact. It can only get better, right? And they're like, better than what?
And that's it. Better than what? I mean, we do know we're heading for something positive. And I have noticed the last couple of days that the energy is giving signals that it's getting better. But well,
I've been getting a lot of signals and signs, but come on.
Yeah, I know. And so it's just so many things that I do believe we're coming to an end of a cycle. And with the end of the cycle, it seems to be we're just dumping everything. And it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I do think that finally my arm is going to start to heal.
Well, that's good. Without surgery?
I'm hoping. I doubt it, but I'm hoping.
Well, I'm going to put all of my Reiki energy into you every day for as long as you go, until you go to the doctor again. And
well, I haven't got an appointment even. But I got this thing, which is a thigh.
Oh, yeah.
And it's tight. And the bone that was sticking out here about that far into my side is no longer sticking out. And I'm going, is it going to heal now? And
maybe so that's what you needed all along.
Yeah, or the end of karma.
Oh.
I think it's more the end of karma than anything else. But I did ask I asked my readers and stuff that what's happening, and they all agreed. They all came up with it individually. So touch wood.
Mm-hmm.
I am open to it.
Well, we all should be open to inner work and self-reflection.
Oh, joy. Again.
But it says we now begin the dark half of the year. Accept and welcome the darkness with open arms and spirit. So we're not done yet.
But that's where seeds start to germinate, in the dark.
And it says to take a moment to look back in history at your ancestors and all the lessons that they can teach you.
Which means you maybe want to clean up your genetic history.
Well, I think what it is what they can teach you is before industrialization, people focused on harvesting and preparing food for the winter because if you did not, you died.
Uh-huh. And it's a that's important too, because I don't know if people are paying attention or not, but there have been a lot of talk about food shortages coming up.
hmm
I
I haven't really noticed anything in our stores. Every time I go, the shelves are all the produce is stocked, the meat
You know
is
what
stocked.
Linda said, and I'm going to follow her because she's into food and things like that big time.
hmm
The foods that are not good for us that are going to be shorted, like crispy flakes, or what if
Yeah.
such a thing as crispy flakes.
I don't really eat any of that crap anyway, so it will make no difference to me.
Exactly. And also, and a lot of the fake foods are the made foods.
hmm
So all you have to do is try and start growing your, like you've got a backyard garden,
hmm
and you've canned a few things, and
hmm
etc. etc. And cooking from scratch, I
hmm
will save a lot of money. Just be really careful of the spices you use, because that'll make or break a dinner.
Oh, it will for sure. I'm not much of a spice person myself, but my sister likes to add spices to whatever she cooks. So
Oh yeah, no, I did that.
sometimes I don't quite enjoy it as much as I would if it was just like I'm just a plain salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder kind of girl, maybe some curry thrown in every once in a while or turmeric or unless it's a spaghetti sauce or something where you need the oregano.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did. I made a chicken stew and I threw in a whole bunch of spices and I tasted and said, yeah, I don't like it. I like to experiment, and sometimes it comes out aces and sometimes it doesn't.
Mhm. It's not that I won't eat other spices. It's just like you say, you have to have the perfect amount. Can't be overdone or it takes away from the dish.
Yeah.
If there's not enough, then you're not really tasting anything. So yeah.
I think too, or maybe I need to put a little more broth into it, with beef broth or something, to give it oomph it up a bit. But
Mm.
I'm not impressed.
Hmm.
But then the thing is, I don't like to cook.
Yeah. I'm
I
getting
cook,
to that. I'm getting to that point myself.
well, I've cooked for years, right?
Mhm.
And after a while you get to place like, I'm not interested in doing that. And I unfortunately am not interested in cooking anymore.
Yeah. I get things that are as quick to cook as possible, but still homemade.
Yeah.
Like stuff I can just turn the oven on, throw it in like a one pot dish or something, and we're good.
Yeah. I like one pot dishes.
hmm
So what is about this full moon? Since we're not doing introspective, we're talking about cooking. We are now officially a cooking show.
Oh, you never know. It might help somebody out there
Somebody to realize they don't have to be a famous cook to cook.
to cook good. Yeah. And I said half of my dishes, they half an hour tops, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
So it says you can feel the magical energy in the air right now as we head towards Samhain.
Suhan. And I'm pronouncing
S-A-M-H Samhin.
Yeah, I know. Samhain? Isn't it Suhan? I don't know.
Well, it's Halloween.
Yeah. I do know.
Um,
I do know that the way it looks is not the way it's pronounced.
okay. Because yeah, I've heard it pronounced too, and to me it didn't look and sound anything like this.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
Celtic, right?
so and it's back to the ancestors again.
Which is really
Increases.
interesting, because I feel that the energy of the ancestors is coming in right now. When I talk to people who have Native American ancestry, they're getting a lot of information from their ancestors.
Yeah.
And like my ancestors, Celtic, Irish, French, German, you know, that general area.
Right.
And it's just the information that's coming. Well, for instance, the other day I was talking to this lady and I said, she says, can you tell me who this lady is? And I said, it's one of her ancestors, and it was a Pic. You know who Pics are? They're basically pre-Scots, pre-Irish or Gaelic.
Okay, I think I read a book someplace, and they were in there.
Hadrian's Wall or Adrian's Wall, that they built, the Romans built across the top of the UK to keep the Picts on the other side, because that's a group they could not dominate. I don't know exactly what happened to the Picts. I think they were dominated by marriage, but
they were picked over.
a little bit. But I got that that woman wanted to communicate with her, and she was a priestess. Of course, it's always fun and exciting, you know, your ancestors.
Yeah, I know. I've never actually had my ancestors come. I mean, that I'm aware of. I know they're probably around, but.
Well, you do have Native American, right? So
Canadian.
You got to add A in there when you say Canadian.
A.
Yeah, I could pull one in for you, but let's go on.
So anyways, back to the full moon thingy here. So it says it increases your ability to communicate with your ancestors or your loved ones that have passed over. It's an opportunity for spiritual growth, goal setting, gratitude, finding ways to slow down and enjoy the season of autumn. So instead of being go, 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 it's time to slow down.
If I could slow down the season of autumn, I would, because I'm not a big aficionado of winter.
No, me neither. I am not looking forward to it at all.
Yeah, you'll have to go indoors.
I know. I'm gonna have to do everything inside. I don't like it.
Me neither.
So it's also a healing moon.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is not the healing that comes in a nice tidy package.
It's a self-reflection thing.
Sorry, I got to go to my next picture. Crap, where am I here? Healing. It's not the healing that comes in a nice tidy package. This is the healing that comes when you hit the place of surrender.
Oh, girl. I mean, oh, darn. So many people I'm dealing with are facing the surrender stage, and the resistance, well, it's futile, but it's strong.
It is. So this is the perfect time to invite wisdom, support, and the love of your ancestral team to come and work with you, or to heal and release any ancestral wounds you may be packing around.
Yep. And I don't know how many times I've pulled out the surrender speech this week, which is actually, you don't surrender, you become one with the universe, and you want what the universe wants, and the universe wants what you want. Trick. It's not surrender at all.
Yeah, it's just be nice if there's an easier way around it.
You know, it's funny, once you get to the other side, it's like, wow, that was so easy.
Well, that's true, right? When you're in sync and you're in that vibrational mode, things do. When they happen, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I wasn't even expecting that. And look at it's fallen right into my lap.
That's when you and the universe are in sync with each other.
But it's too bad that we couldn't remember that and stay in that vibrational mode, because then we let our ego kick in.
Yeah. But don't you find that you're staying there longer than you used to?
Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just back on the upswing right now, I think.
Just say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Positive reinforcement.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm there all the time.
But even with your knot and you fall off the razor's edge, it's not a big deal. You just get up.
Well, and that's where the self-healing comes in, right? Because you do take time to reflect. And I mean, if you're crying, you're crying. If you're laughing, you're laughing. I mean, whatever you're doing, if you're meditating, if you're, whatever, it's all healing you in the end.
Uh-huh. It's when you the trick is to allow it to go deep.
Yeah. And I'm going to say mostly people will be crying.
Well, if you don't cry, you're not working.
Well, you're not cleansing either, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I have people cry for tears of joy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great.
Oh, I've had that. I mean, I've done that. Definitely.
Yeah. So I say to people, you want to work with me, you bring a Kleenex and a glass of water. Because if I don't make you cry, I'm not doing my job.
Oh, I was going to say something and I remembered we're on YouTube.
They have certain levels of
Well, they would not like what I was going to say. So
that's
all in jest, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think more and more people are being called to be, and I you know how we say spiritual all the time?
Yeah.
Changed my mind about that. I don't think we should be spiritual. I think we should be authentic. And then the spirituality comes.
Right.
And I think, did we talk about this or did I talk about it with somebody else? I forget. I talk about all the time,
About what?
About being authentic over spiritual.
No, you talked about that on a video the other night and I watched it.
Oh, okay. Because, I end up talking to a bunch of people. I can't remember who I'm talking to after a while.
Can I be back in 2 seconds? I'm not sure if my oven turned off or not.
Okay.
And I can't have dinner being burnt, so that would be 2 seconds.
No, that's all right. I'll talk about being authentic and the difference between authenticity and spirituality. So with spirituality, we try to do the best we can. We try to be good people, but that's not necessarily how we feel all the time. And I recommend highly that we be authentic, because with being authentic, our authentic selves, we don't pack down, well, that's not spiritual. I can't say it that way. That's not spiritual. I can't do it that way. But at the time you're feeling angry, you're feeling frustrated. So you pack it down and you be spiritual. Be authentic. And the spirituality will come to you more clearly. Good enough.
It follows easier.
It does. And the more authentic you are, and the really cool thing about it is when you're authentic, it really throws people for a loop. But that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like it when the people look at me and go, I don't know how to deal with this woman. I'm authentically enjoying that.
To deal with you mean?
Anybody who's authentic, people have a hard time dealing with, and it's fun.
Right.
Because
it is.
Yeah. And I just enjoy it. So it's a perk.
Well, you get a lot of that though.
Perks.
Enjoyment out of people.
I actually do. I usually have a few stories to tell, but not this week. Well, I do, but I can't.
And so I'm going to go back to the talking about healing and all that. Well, who's in the picture but Chiron?
Oh, the wounded
Chiron coupled with the Aries lunar energy promises healing, not from trying to fix, control, or force, but from surrendering. So, and that's it. Why is that such a hard lesson to learn? To just give it to the universe and just say, take it. Why
Control.
does our ego have to be such a
I know what you're going to say. It's control. We're afraid to let go of control. That's the solar plexus, the power center. And we're dropping that stuff and going into the heart center even more and more. So that's why it's hard, is because we've been taught if we give up control, people will abuse us. If we give up control, things will go south or west, whatever, but not straight
controlling
ahead.
you're weak or something like that.
Yeah.
Eh?
And so we've been trained to be in control. When you're a little kid, didn't your teacher say, stop that, control yourself? Or a parent or something?
Mm.
And you, at that point, you were not wanting to control yourself. You were wanting
And you're
to.
going, what the hell? What does control mean?
Yeah, that too. And so we're trained to be in control of our emotions, be in control of our actions. And at that level of understanding, okay, but at the level of understanding we're at, when we allow ourselves to be good to ourselves, and we don't pack down our emotions, etc., etc. You can take it from here because I forgot where I was going.
Okay, so this is about surrendering to the universe. It says when we surrender, it gives rise to acceptance, to letting go, to forgiveness, and opens us to the possibilities that those states can create. So that once again is going right in tune with what we're talking about, right?
Mhm.
Then it says later in the month, and now we're starting eclipse season again, the last of the year. It says later in the month, we open up the second eclipse portal of the year. This is a time of significant acceleration of the collective and individual evolutionary pace. That in turn will open new doors and bring fated changes in our lives. However, we will explore that.
Fated changes.
Fated.
Oh, joy. I mean, oh, that's exciting.
Woo, more fun.
Yep.
So it says later we will explore that later this month, because the eclipse is at the end of the month, closer, I think. With the full moon energy, it's time to do some clearing and healing and embrace the energy. It's time to do some clearing and healing, embrace the energy of this month so that when eclipse season time comes around, you are feeling open, accepting, and supported. Yes? Yes.
Well, the only way to do that is to allow yourself to be yourself, because the only person who can support you ultimately is yourself.
Right.
So, yes, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine what's going to happen.
So there's going to be a lot of interesting energies, I think, that are going to come up over the next month. I think some big changes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I'm feeling like butterflies in my stomach.
I think they're going,
anticipating whatever's happening.
Yeah, it will be good if you can do, like you say, surrender, well, or align. I would go
But
with,
I don't get why it's so easy to come by sometimes.
because you don't have a hook.
Don't have a what?
Hook. So somebody drives in front of you and cuts you off, you yell at the guy. That's a hook. Okay, so
I
you
get
you're
that.
angry, you got hooked.
Right.
So with that scenario, you're clean and no hook.
So that's where you have to really try and work on that part so there's no hooks.
Yeah, so a hook just tells
Take
you
a deep
got work.
breath, breathe into your heart space.
Yeah, and remember it's green according to the chakra thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters what color it is. I think it matters that it feels good for
I
you.
think it's more the intention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But again, a hook is good because it just gives you, okay, that's my project.
Oh, it's a hard lesson to learn.
It's continuous because
Well,
you clear a hook.
continuous. Okay, let's put continuous.
Yeah, because you clear a hook, you clear another hook, and you clear another hook, and oh dang, 50 years later, I got a hook.
Hmm.
So, but it's okay because ultimately we are becoming more. And when I say we're becoming more, we're becoming less, but by releasing all of everything, we become simpler.
So why does everything pile on and happen at once rather than let one thing happen, let you work through that one, move into another one,
You
work
really
through
want to
that?
know the answer to that?
Pardon?
You really want to know the answer to that? It's
I'm
because
going to say no, but yes.
it's because you ignored the first time that little thing happened. You ignored the second time that little thing happened. You ignored this one. And the universe gets a little tired of you ignoring these things. And it says, okay, we'll show you. And so, and because your first lesson is just, that doesn't feel quite right. And we ignore it. And the next time's a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. But this happens for a lot of different things. And then they just sort of coincide or come to the end of a cycle. And we're coming to an end of a cycle right now. So everything plops on top. And with you being the generic you, not you particularly.
Yeah. Well, I was getting to that too. It's not me, it's in general with everything, every people that I just talked to all over the place. It's like one thing after another, and it's like,
it's never ending.
Why so many people all at once though? Because I mean, I talk to people all the time, but never as many as lately that things are just not.
We're coming to an end of a cycle.
Right.
And we can't take this stuff with us.
Right.
And that's basically what it amounts to. We can't take it with us, so it plops. And it's doable. I know I tell everybody I'm not a Christian. I have chosen not to be. But I have read the Bible, and in the Bible, it says you're not given more than you can handle. And it actually,
I know a lot of people that would argue with that one.
Yeah, I know the people who have gone out and committed suicide because they gave up. But truthfully, if you've got this and you can do one more step, you can do it. And it's just, and I don't know anybody
what makes people get to that point where they
give up.
Yeah.
Generally,
I've been there a lot, going like, I'm ready for you to take me, God.
No, that's different from committing suicide.
I know, but that's in my head. I don't have enough guts to do it. So get up to you.
Generally, the reason people commit suicide is not because they can't handle it, even though it is really horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
And that's generally, I'm not talking about everybody, because they've done it too many lifetimes and they've taken the easy way out too many lifetimes. So if you're in a lot of physical pain and you're dying, unless you've got a reason to stay, that's okay. That's not the same.
Well, I always after go, oh, forget it. I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
I really like being here.
Well, then the truth is, one of the
going to turn around
and go, wow, I'm glad I didn't go because this is really good.
I know, yeah, well, and that, but then that's when I start to think like, how, if I'm thinking thoughts like that, and I got a pretty good life, basically, how do these people go all their lifetimes feeling like this. Like that's a long time. I'm just talking about a couple, 3 weeks for me.
No, I do understand. And there's people who have suffered major depression who fight that job daily. And they say sometimes because they don't want to hurt their family. And how do they do it? I honestly don't know, because
I mean, those people are strong. In my eyes, those people are strong as
they're
all
amazing.
get out.
They are simply amazing. And I can't answer that because I'm not that, I haven't gone into depression. I don't know the answer, how people survive that.
Yeah.
But like you said, hats off to them, because I do know people like that, and the daily agony and hurt, I don't know how to change it either.
But then you start thinking, like, you know, we always say, well, just think positive, just give gratitude for something.
Well,
things will get better.
Yeah, and that's basically a slap in the face. Somebody said to me the other day, somebody asked me how my arm was. So I told them, honestly, I said, okay, well, why don't we just think positively? And I thought, whoa, that was kind of painful. and I was just, you asked, I was telling.
Yeah.
And so with it affected me with a simple 4 or 5 months of being incapacitated for a lifetime. People being told, just think positively. I personally don't do that. I say, okay, put one foot in front of the other until you get past this stage.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, because I've done that. There have been times in my life when I'm going, nothing seems to be good in my life. And I've got 3 kids, and I this and that, and I can't even remember what caused me to feel that. And I said, one foot. I just put one foot in front of the other. And I wasn't depressed on top of it. I was just struggling with stuff.
Yeah.
And so that way I put one foot in front of the other, literally, or one breath in front of before the next.
I've been doing that a lot more lately. Just if I find things are getting a little overwhelming, I concentrate on my breath and I bring it down into my belly. And
the breath is amazing. And I also think one of the things I really advocate is sound healing. You know, just not necessarily music per se.
No.
But particular, it's toning or something. Toning, I think, is toning.
Speaking of that, I went to Kate's Float and Wellness place downtown today, and I sit in her neuro spa chair, and that's exactly what it is. It's a little belt that sits across the back, your lower back, which vibrates, and then you've got earphones on, and she has music and tones playing to the beat of the belt thing, like the vibrations.
Is it in the salt room?
No.
Okay.
No, it's in a room all by itself.
Okay, that's pretty
cool.
Yeah,
they're best $35 you ever want to spend, I tell you, because it just reinvigorates all of your cells. It, and it gets your head vibrating too. Like it literally vibrates your whole body.
No, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, that's one of my self-care things that I do at least once a month, because it's so relaxing. And yeah,
that's pretty good. What else does your phone say?
I'm done with my phone, actually.
Oh, cool. Well, we're 36 minutes into it, so I will let you do your meditation before you go. I have nothing on the agenda for the next few days, but doesn't mean we won't do a pop-up. I would love to do another table talk. I'd love to do another interactive we've got it wouldn't be before Sunday because everybody I know doesn't work Sunday. But every other people most people I have on my readers, they have other jobs as well. So we'll see what Sunday brings. And I do know I have a few very keen people who really would love to do interactive.
Yeah, you always have some good volunteers.
Yeah, good. They're good people. And I'm going to say namaste, namasko. And thank you. Thank you so much. And
Thanks for letting me do it early.
Oh, no problem. Okay, bye.
Talk to you soon. And of course, I got my Palo Santo going. I am energetically sending it all to you to cleanse your energy fields, your aura. Many health benefits to Palo Santo. And it's not as strong as sage is. So if you're not wanting to smudge because of the thick smell of sage, I highly recommend Palo Santo. It's sweet. It's just pretty intoxicating scent. All right. So if you could please find a comfortable spot, either lying down, sitting, or maybe even standing. As long as you are calm and relaxed. Take in a nice deep breath. Bring it down into your lower belly. And slowly exhale. Take in another deep breath. In through your nose. Exhaling with a heavy sigh out of your mouth. And just take in a few more deep breaths. Bring it down to your belly. And slowly exhale. In through your nose. Down into your belly. And sigh it out. Releasing any tension with each of your out breaths. Breathe in beautiful white light. On your exhale, see a dark gray light leaving your body. You can see anything that's negative, anything toxic being released. You start feeling so relaxed. You can see cords coming out of your feet, going down into the ground, connecting with the heart of the earth, with the heart of Gaia. With your inhale, you can see the most beautiful, mesmerizing gold color come up through your feet. It comes up into your calves, your legs, your thighs. It travels up into your abdomen, into your stomach, going up even further into your chest, into your throat, and finally the top of your head. Just stay with this for a second. Feel how wonderful it is, for now you are experiencing a tingling sensation coming up through you. Just like champagne bubbles traveling up your body. It tickles you and brings a smile to your face. You feel such magnificence at this moment. When the bubbles reach your head, the gold color intertwines with the bubbles and they explode out your chakra, your crown chakra, sorry. Just like fireworks. The gold not only covers you, but travels around you in a 6-foot circle, giving you a knowing that you are safe, loved, and very protected. You are given the message that all will be well, and to let go and to trust. With that, you sit back and close your eyes. You can see yourself driving down the highway. There is so much traffic. Everyone is driving past you very fast. You try to find a way out, but every time you try to change lanes, more cars speed by you. You're not enjoying your drive. You feel unsettled, even chaotic. You decide to stay where you are and just go straight down the highway. You give in to all the chaos around you, the cars flying by. And slowly you notice that there is less and less traffic. Things are calmer. You're feeling more relaxed. You are happy you stayed on your path. You're not sure where you would be if you had veered off your course. Soon, you are the only one on the highway. You roll down your windows. The air feels so good. Your hair is flying all over. You turn up your favorite music. And you sing along to all of your favorite songs. You feel so amazing right now. You feel so free. You are holding so much joy and love. Your heart just wants to explode. You see a small country lane approaching. You slow down and turn onto it. You are pleasantly surprised to see the road is made of beautiful white marble, adorned with the most precious gems all along the sides. You follow this path until you reach a set of golden gates. You get out of your car and walk towards them. You see a small booth to the side, and there's a kindly older woman standing there with the most gentle smile. Her eyes are the most beautiful orbs of blue that you have ever seen. You can feel love radiating from her, and she motions for you to go through the gates, telling you the paradise you seek is just on the other side. She tells you to just surrender to your feelings. She gives you the feeling of comfort, security, safety. As you push open the gates, You are surprised to see that you are right back at your home. Your family, friends, and anyone you love is here. In that instant, you are filled with so much love. You get the biggest smile going across your face. You are content. You take in a deep breath, slowly exhaling love that spreads far and wide. You thank the universe for giving you this most fabulous gift. Slowly, please, gently open your eyes. Bring the feeling back into your fingers and toes. Give them a little wiggle, a little shake. And then welcome back. I'd like to thank you so much for being here tonight. Hit the like and subscribe if you could. I know Elijah would truly appreciate that because it helps her channel. And all I can say is don't forget to spread the love and have a great night. Namaste.